first program in the year 2025. As you all know, we are here to have great discussions on issues that pertain to our life and our future. And I believe that at the end of the day, we are all going to take something home. Like I said earlier, all I expect from you is that you cooperate. If you are holding your phone, it means that you are taking down notes. That's the reason why we are here. Sorry. That's the main reason why we are here. Facebooking, Instagramming, TikToking, whatever. In a few hours, just pause it for now. And when we are done, any pictures you want to take around, you can now go there and post them. But the most important thing is that you should have something valuable when you're going to take home. Alright, so without wasting my time, I'm going to share a few things with you as I prepare the ground for the speakers. Today's meeting is actually focusing on empowering tomorrow's leaders and entrepreneurs, the role of the mind. Our speakers are ready, they are going to deliver on the theme. But kindly allow me to share 5 things with you, 5 most important things that I believe is going to inspire you, energize you to have a sense of wealth in life as an individual. The first thing I want to talk to you about is to recognize your value as an individual. Recognize your value, or better to put it, recognize your unique value. Your unique value. Your unique value. Some key message and actionable things I want to share with you briefly. Every individual has unique talents, experiences, and perspectives that contribute to their wealth. Embrace what makes you different in life. We are all not created the same. Understand it, we are all not created the same. What I have in me is different from what you have in you. But the most important thing is to embrace what you have, appreciate what you have. That is your self-worth. When you are able to determine what God has put in you, or if you are able to bring it out, it paints a certain picture out there, and then people can now patronize what you have. So place certain premium on who you are. There are many of us, when we meet in an environment such as this, we hear how people are speaking eloquently, and we are like, wow, how can I speak like that? You have to believe in yourself to be able to come there. I told someone that the reason why I always prefer to engage younger people with youthful, so to say, speakers, is that sometimes when we talk about bringing people who are quite older than us in terms of the age gap, we feel like, oh, as for these people, you know, they are seeing more than we are seeing. Yes, that is why we have to learn from them. But sometimes it's difficult. But when you have people within your age circle, when you have people who are youthful and they are making impact out there and they are engaging you have a sense of, you know, connectivity. If this young man can make it, if this young woman can make it, if this person can make it, then I can also make it in life. We see many young entrepreneurs out there who are in the same age bracket as we are and are making impact. The question is, when you read about such people, how do you feel? Do you feel that life is beating up on you? Do you feel that you are lagging behind? Do you feel that you are not making any impact? And that is the reason why we are here. To challenge the mindset, to make you feel and believe that yes, you can also make it. So recognize your unique value. You can never be like Ambassador Gabriel. And I can never be like Gabriel. We are 2 different people apart. But the beautiful thing about us is that when we connect, we can learn from each other and become better going forward. I find it difficult to understand when students give excuses that I don't want to come for a meeting because I have a meeting on Monday. In fact, all those who are giving excuses that are having meeting on Monday, go and look at what they are currently doing now. They say that they are playing with their phone because you cannot be studying throughout the whole day. Giving yourself just 4 hours to come and have something in addition to what you already have. It gives you a certain booster and confidence and positions you well better than your colleagues. It's as simple as that. But the point I'm trying to make is, I'm not saying don't study, but that extra curriculum activity you're going to add to what you already have or what you're already studying in school won't change anything. So be prepared that when opportunities such as this come to you, you take advantage, utilize it for your own gain. The next thing I want to talk about is that this is an actionable thing. Create a personal inventory of your strengths, skills, and achievements. Reflect on how these qualities can positively impact your life and the life of others. Take an inventory, take stock of your life. Where is my strength and where is my weakness? What is it that I'm good at and what is it that I'm not good at? If you are able to take such an inventory of yourself, what you are doing is that you are rather helping yourself to become better than you met yourself. Better than you have become many years ago. How many of us will want to take a stock of our life and come to the point that, okay, many years ago I didn't know how to read, I wasn't good in standing in front of people and speaking, but now, by the grace of God, I have mastered that courage of engaging people without being shy, without being intimidated. Let me tell you a story. When I was in SS, I was the whole Eastern Regional Catholic Student President. You can imagine how huge such a responsibility is. Schools like St. Peter's, St. Rose's, Mount Mary's, St. Paul's, all these schools were under my leadership. Those that falls within the Catholic fraternity. And I was the president. I was the local president at the same time the regional president. And I have a huge responsibility. But then, standing in front of people and talking was a big challenge. Not that I didn't know how to talk, but it was a challenge. There was one lady who was my vice president. She was from St. Rose's, Katrineka. That lady can intimidate. When she holds the mic and she's talking, you have a sense of not belonging to anything, like not being part of the whole group or executive body and all that. One day, a friend of mine, he's called Michael in Cancer, he's in Germany now, a lecturer over there, said, when you go to SRC meeting, it's because it's boys, you can talk. Don't let this lady be intimidating you. I believe in you, and that was it. I killed it. So anytime we go for a meeting, I can rattle and we ask the challenge time. Because I realized that if I don't kill that, my leadership abilities and all that I want to do in life can't be possible. You can never be a leader and not learn how to talk. So that was a weakness I had at the time. It was in 2001. So there are many of you here, and some of you are from KSU that my wife lectures. I've been getting some feedback, and they are positive feedback. Recently, someone said to my wife that, Madam, tell your husband to be organizing such programs. Because right now, when I go to class, I have the confidence to speak. And I was like, wow, that alone, that statement that I had, or that testimony alone, for me, is encouraging. That means I am doing something. The next thing I want to talk about is invest in your personal growth. That no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to invest in your personal growth. You have to invest. When I talk about investment, it's like going to the bank, having money there and putting the money in an account. Every day you go there to deposit some little amount of money. Every day you go there to deposit some little amount of money. That's an investment. Or you put money there for a certain period of time so that the money can yield some returns for you. We have bonds, we have treasury bills and all that. These are investment portfolios that we invest in. But I'm talking about personal investment. When was the last time you walked into a bookshop and say, I'm looking for a certain book to buy? And the reason why I need this book is because I know it can add value to my life. The reason why all of you are in school is because you want to add value to your life. But that is not enough. Some of these extra things you engage yourself in also add value to your life. So learn to invest. Throughout my whole life doing this, I can say that I've been doing this youth engagement thing for the past almost 20 years now. Yes, 20 years now. I remember when I walked into the Vice Chancellor's office for the first time. I went to him and I said, Prof, I would love that you become part of my advisory board. And then he said, I will hear from him. I thought it wouldn't be possible. Later I was there when I received a letter from his aide that he has accepted the proposal to be a part of the advisory board. And I felt that alone was encouraging. That alone was enough for me to be able to put myself together and do what I have determined I wanted to do. From there, I started investing in myself. I started reading why. I went to a place a couple of days ago. The gentleman is here, I will not identify him. And then whilst we were having a conversation, I said, there's a book I am looking for. And the title of the book is School of Money. A very voluminous book. Yamoah-Boansi, a Nigerian. It was like a short conversation I had with the person. By the time I realized this guy has gotten the book already, he sells book. In fact, the most interesting part is that he sells book. But at the time when I was engaging him, he didn't have that book. But he did everything possible for me to get that book within the space of 20 minutes. When he came, I asked him, how did you get the book? He said, boss, business not here alone. And I smiled. So I look at him and I say, young man, I want you to be a part of this meeting today. Even if you don't have the money, I'll pay for you to come. This is a gentleman that if you look at him, you might put him in a certain, because of appearance and the way he puts himself and everything, you put him in a certain category, but he's determined he wants to invest something into his life and change his life for good. When he brought the book and he told me that this was the amount, I said, okay, instead of paying this amount, let me add additional amount to it, just to motivate him for what he's doing. You have no excuse to invest in yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no excuse to invest in yourself. I don't know your career goals in life. I don't know where you determine to get yourself to. But without personal investment to bring that growth you want to see, you can't get there. It's not magic. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional about it. Self-worth is closely tied to personal development. The more you learn and grow, the more you realize your potential. So what is the actionable tip here? Set aside time for learning. One of our core values as a foundation is called continuous learning. Continuous learning. Whether through reading, taking courses, or engaging in new experiences, challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. The next thing I want to talk about is surround yourself with positivity. That's the 10th point, and just 2 more to go. Surround yourself with positivity. Be positive about yourself. Say yes when it is possible. You can make it. The people you surround yourself with can significantly influence your self-perception. Choose relationships that uplift and inspire you. What kind of relationships are you keeping whilst in school? You need to be mindful of the influence that you have over yourself. If the influence that your friend is having on you is not positive, draw yourself. Friendship is not compulsory, it's not by force, it's a choice. You decide to put yourself into it or you withdraw. So be intentional about that as well. Surround yourself with positivity. What is the actionable tip here? Evaluate your social circle and seek mentors, friends and communities that encourage your growth and celebrate your achievement. Every little achievement is important in life. Every little achievement is important. If you have friends who cannot help you to celebrate your achievement, or they cannot help you to achieve anything in life, that friendship is not worth having. Charlie, I did this and I had excellent in it. Wow. I was so good at this. Wow. Keep it up. You can make it. You can go beyond that. Such friendship are friendship you should keep. But if you are friends that when you achieve anything small, they look at you and say, you know, you're too low. You have to draw yourself from such friendship because they will not help you to build yourself well. Are we together? They will not help you to build yourself. The fourth thing I want to talk about is practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. What is the key message here? Everyone makes mistakes and faces setbacks. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Stop pitying yourself because you failed. Stop hating on yourself because you didn't make it. If you can go to that friend of yours and tell that friend of yours and encourage that friend of yours to become better, you should learn to encourage yourself. There came a time in the man's life called David when everything had gone wrong. Armies have ransacked their camp, taking everything from them, including their wives and their children and their properties. Who is going to console David? Who is going to encourage David? Who is going to lift him up? But the Bible is saying that David encouraged himself in the Lord. So there are times you need to encourage yourself and beat yourself up. Don't be too bad about yourself. I had a call recently from a cousin who said that his first son just came out of school, and for a couple of few months now he came out of job, and the boy has been in the room for so many days now and is crying that there is no job around. I said, really? You are fortunate to be in a job, and for whatever reasons you've lost the job. What about those who are staying in the house for almost 5 years, 6 years without job? They should be committing suicide by now. But that is not the option. And that is the reason why Account Foundation believes that the fact that you are not getting job in that desired company you are looking for doesn't mean you can't do something for yourself. You can, it's possible. You can create your own environment. Be at peace in your own environment. And that environment you are creating for yourself, something good can come out of it. Yeah. There is nobody here who can tell me that you don't have anything that can generate an income for you. It's a big lie. You haven't discovered it yet. There are people who have been doing MCs on campus and taking money. What about that one? And the students like you are. Yeah. There are people who are writing books on campus here. People are buying and they are making money. Are you telling me you don't have anything you have gone through in life, you can put them together in a book and then make money out of it? You have friends who are looking for wigs to buy. Are you telling me you can come up with something small, and then start selling the wig for them to buy? It is because you are not ready to discover the potential, the enormous potentials around you. Shine your eyes and stop crying. You will not be the first, you are not going to be the last to be going through what you are going through. Alright? So what is the actionable tip here? Develop a self-care routine that includes mindfulness practice, journaling or affirmations. Acknowledge your feelings and give yourself permission to grow from challenges. I want to dwell on the affirmation. There are many of you have never said good things to yourself, that you have to affirm yourself. And how do you do that? Look into the mirror and say, yes, I am somebody. I am a man on a mission. I'm going to change lives. I'm going to become this. I'm going to become that. Once you do such an affirmation, you make such declarations to yourself, you can decide to write inspirational words and put it at the back of your book. When you get up early in the morning, you take it, recite it. Recite it. We see, anyway, let me leave it here. I'm an end up preaching, and I don't want to preach. Everybody here, whatever you are going to become in life is as a result of the words you are speaking today. Yes, every medical doctor was once made by words. A lawyer is made by words. The lecturer that stands in front of you, engaging you, lecturing you, is using words to form your mindset about what you want to become in life. So the words he's speaking through lecturing is what is shaping your life, forming you. So your entire life, the building block of your entire life are the words you hear every day. That's how come affirmation is important. can do all things through the Lord who gives me strength. I can do all things, not some, except now. I can do all things. When you keep saying this to yourself over and over, you end up becoming it. Consciously or unconsciously, the words will frame your entire world and you become it. Yes, I can. When Barack Obama started this slogan, yes, I can, yes, I can, yes, I can, everybody started saying yes, because he believes that where he's coming from, it's possible he can become the first black president America will ever have. I don't know when they might have another black American president. Barack Obama, by that affirmation, yes I can, today in the history and the annals of America, can boldly say that I am also one of the presidents of America, a black man. Maybe you'll be the next Dangote. It's possible. Say that to yourself. Maybe you're going to be the next who do I, or say to yourself, you are going to be yourself. Are we okay? You are going to be yourself. And once you get to know you are going to be yourself, you can become yourself, because yourself is within you. If you don't bring it out, you don't become it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the last thing. Set boundaries and prioritize yourself. Set boundaries and prioritize yourself. And what is the key message here? Understanding and asserting your boundaries is essential for maintaining self-worth. Prioritize your needs and well-being. Maybe some of you have seen the video on social media. Our former president before recently was interviewed and was sharing his testimony about her mother. He said something which is not a good practice anyway. But just let something out of this one. That in every story there are good side and there are bad side. I'm looking at the positive side of this story. He said the mother doesn't stay with one man. And the reason is because the mother was so resourceful and so powerful that if you are a man and you come into her life and you misbehave, even though she's pregnant for you for 2 months, 3 months, he will kick you out of the marriage and then she will go. So he has so many siblings. The mother married 4 different men. And in the political history of Ghana, all these people that this woman gave birth were the originators of the political history of Ghana. And the woman asked, who was this woman? How powerful was she? He said, when it comes to money and wealth, don't go there. She had built herself so much to a point that she doesn't allow a man to dictate the pace of her happiness. And what is the point here? The point here is that in as much as in life you make yourself resourceful, people can hurt you, but they cannot do away with you. There are many of you out of pride, we say, oh, I don't need this friend because he happens to be too low. In our local language, we will express it. But when the examination is coming, because the guy is so intelligent, you go back to the same guy. When you make yourself resourceful, people will hurt you. But listen to me, they cannot do away with you. It's just a matter of time. They will come knocking at your door because what you need, they have it. So build your self-worth, resource yourself with intelligence, resource yourself with the necessary capacity you will need for the next phase of your life. Because you are not going to be in KNUST or KSTU forever. You will definitely step out of this boundary. But how you make it out there solely depends on you. I want to leave you with this. Investing in your self-worth is a lifelong journey. It is not something you do today and tomorrow you go to sleep. You must burn the midnight candle. You have to make sacrifices. When you see programs where they are charging as low as 50 cedi, don't draw yourself. How much is 50 cedi? Let me hit on this. It's so important to me. is 50 cities that you give all manner of excuses? How much is even 100 cities when you give all manner of excuses? Without thinking that this program I'm going is going to add something to my life. Young people, learn to invest in yourself. It's not easy, but it is worth it. It's a journey. You have to make a lot of sacrifices for it. The great men and women we see out there, we are carried away by the glamour. We are carried away by the splendor. We are carried away by the glory we are seeing. And like we always say, behind every glory, there is what? A story. Some of the stories you don't want to hear, because you can't go through it. So let me leave you by saying that life doesn't give you what you wish for. Life only gives you what you fight for. So from today, I place a charge on you. Put up a fight. This is not a Bukom Bamboo fight. This is not Bukom Arena fight. It is a fight of destiny. It is a fight you are thinking that something good must come out of my innermost parts. And it's right there. But with determination and hard work, it will definitely come out. I want to see you in the next 5 years celebrating you. I want to see you in the next 5 years pointing fingers and say, I knew this gentleman many years ago when I used to do program. This gentleman was there. This lady was there. I want to see you. I want to celebrate you. So leaving this program today, be conscious of it, that I too can make it in life and I can become better. God bless you all.